Hi there. So I'm going to try to explain why I think I was banned from IAmA on Reddit. Now, for those of you who don't know what Reddit is an online platform where you can post just about anything within Reddit's subreddits. So the subreddits might be Ask Me Anything, it might be about sports, it might be a question you want to pose, it could be pictures, it could be almost anything at this point. It's really big online internet platform. I didn't know what Reddit was when this project started, and I left home and I met a lot of people who said, why don't you do an AMA? Why don't you do an AMA? Why don't you go on Reddit? So when I reached Greenland, I decided I would look into it, and I found it was interesting, and I was in an office and it was about 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and I logged on and I posted, "Hi, I'm Thor, I'm traveling to every single country in the world in a single unbroken journey completely without flight, ask me anything." And there was a lot of activity, and I was really intrigued, and I thought, wow, this could be really amazing for the saga. However, the office closed at 5 p.m. and I had to leave, and then I didn't have internet anymore. So I was really excited the next day to come back and continue. Unfortunately, there's so many AMAs, so that this AMA that I created, it had gone cold. There were so many on top of it, and it was just kind of gone. So I decided, okay, I'll start a new AMA, and I did that, and I suppose I should have read the rules. Definitely I should have read the rules. Anyway, Reddit, they sent me an email and they explained in very polite tone, very calmly, that actually I have it here in writing. I had to take notes because some of this is kind of it's a long story. So basically 1 AMA per user per topic per 3-month period. So I had to wait 3 months before I could do an AMA on the same topic, which was all good and fine with me. Now 3 months later, this is now, the first one was 4 years ago, the second one was now about 3 years ago, I was in Panama, and I was ready, and I knew that there could be a lot of activity, so I posted 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I waited for about an hour, and then I got ready, and there were plenty of questions, and I was answering these questions, all this stuff that people, they ask me, like, how can you afford it, and why are you doing it, and hasn't it already been done, and don't you miss home, and a number of questions that people, they posed to me. And then I was typing away, and I got really caught up. I was sitting in a metal shed in Panama, and the sun was baking, and I had a big bottle of water, and I was drinking this water, and I almost passed out. I was just typing away. And then in the evening I ran out to get some dinner, and then I came back and I typed away for another 2 hours answering questions. So I guess in total that would have been like 10 or 11 hours of Reddit AMA for me, which bumped the social media with about 200 people. So it was great, and I was really excited about this. So I waited another 3 months, and I went back to Reddit IAmA, which is a specific subreddit, and I posted again. This time I was in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and this time I knew I had to be in a place where I would have a solid internet connection, and I would have to have some food because it could get really hectic again. And it got really, really hectic. I was sitting in a yacht club in the Grenadines, which was really good, and I could order tea and a burger and some fries. I was eating, and I was typing, and that AMA was by far the most successful AMA within the history of Once Upon a Saga. That blew the lid off. I think it reached #1 within the Reddit. There's a list of the most popular Reddit subjects and topics and AMAs and so on. It was at the top, and I was contacted by so many people. I had more questions than I could ever answer. It was just crazy, and that bumped the social media with about 8,000 people. So chances are, if you're watching this, you might know about this project from that AMA, and please continue following. Anyway, that was really exciting and scary, because at the time the project had maybe 2,000 or 3,000 followers in total across all the social media, and now it was so many people. I had no idea who these people were, and I was scared. I was scared to post anything. What if they would criticize me? What if I was posting the wrong thing? What if I misspelled something? What if I would look stupid? But it just 6, 7, 8 days later, it was just back to normal. You kind of just deal with it, and the project just continued. So the next time, now 3 months later or more, I was in Fort Lauderdale, United States of America. I was in a friend's home, and they gave me the office, and I logged on, and I posted my AMA, and I started answering questions, and then people started writing me, it has been removed. I said, no, it couldn't be removed because I'm answering questions. And as it turns out, you still have your questions, you can still reply, but it had been removed by Reddit IAmA. So I wrote them. I wanted to write them, say there must be a mistake, why did you remove it? But me being an idiot, I unfortunately didn't write a private message to them. I put it up where everyone could see it. That was a mistake, but it was my mistake, I'm sorry. And then they got upset with me, and they said you shouldn't post that kind of questions here. And then, by the way, they said there are certain rules that I should follow in, and one of the rules was that I should only do an IAMA if I had completed something. And by the looks of it, I hadn't reached very far within my journey, which hurt me. But hey, then I wrote them back. There was a lot of correspondence, and by evening time they said, okay, fair enough, we'll open it up for you again. But by then it had gone cold, it had moved down the list, and then I kindly requested a Reddit AMA if I could do one the following week as a replacement. And they said, fine, I could do one the following week as a replacement, but then I couldn't do one for a full year. And then I thought, well, okay, I'll deal with that later on. I'm just happy that I could get back online and do another Reddit AMA. So a week later, I was in Orlando, also in Florida, United States of America, and I was at a hostel, and I logged on and did my AMA, and it started, and then it was almost instantly removed. And then this time I wrote a private message to Reddit IAMA, and they say, oh, so sorry, we didn't know about the correspondence from the week before. And then they reopened it, and then I was typing away trying to answer questions. Now that's from my side of the screen. Now imagine people on Reddit. For people on Reddit, they would have seen me post an AMA, which was then removed and then put back on within the same day later on. And then a week later, they would see me post an AMA and then removed, and then later on post it back again. So for them, it looks like I posted 4 times within a week. So there was a lot of hate that day from a lot of trolls that attacked me, and my skin has gotten a lot thicker since then. However, I was destroyed. These people can be really, really mean. Boo-hoo, I know. But some of the comments I got, that was horrible. That was a bad day. And after that, I felt like, okay, fair enough. A year is fine by me. I don't need to do another Reddit AMA on that topic for at least a year. So the project continued, we kept going, we went across the Atlantic Ocean, we got into Africa and we traveled down the west coast of Africa, and then eventually I was on board a container ship off the coast of Sierra Leone. And this was at a time where Sierra Leone was a lot in the media for the Ebola pandemic. That's all over, that's behind us now. But at the time, that was the hot topic in the media. And I was on board a container ship. How many people get to travel on board a container ship? And the captain, he had given me permission to go online with a satellite connection. So I was linked up, and I thought that would make for a really interesting AMA. And that was not the same topic as, hi, look at me, I'm traveling to all the countries in the world without flying, blah, blah, blah. Like, this was me being on a container ship off the coast of Sierra Leone and on a satellite link. So I posted that. That was 11 months after the horrible AMA I had, where I was told I had to wait a year, but 11 months after. So I posted that, and I answered some questions about being on a container ship and the coast of Africa and so on. But also a lot of people, they recognize that I'm the man who's traveling to all these countries without flying. So people started asking questions about that, and I tried to sort of push that aside and say to people, this AMA is not about traveling to all the countries. This is about being on a container ship, being off the west coast of Africa, being just off the coast of Sierra Leone. That wasn't a very successful AMA, by the way, but it did get some questions and so on. Then after a year had passed from the original horrible AMA, where I've been told I had to wait for a year, I decided, okay, this time I'm going to contact Reddit IAmA. I'm going to get my AMA scheduled on they have like a calendar where you can go and see who's going to be posting and what they're going to be posting about. And I thought I would be really proactive about this. And then they wrote me back that I had violated our agreement in regards to posting within a year. And I went back to look at the correspondence, and as I thought, the correspondence was that it was specifically I couldn't post that topic again. Hi, I'm traveling to all the countries in the world without flying, and this was a different topic, so I didn't believe that I violated anything. Now, the Redditors, they saw it in a different way, and they came back quite harshly and said that the topic was closed and I couldn't post anymore. I was now banned. And then I wrote them that I would like to explain myself, and then I pretty much got a final warning saying that topic closed. If I would ever write again, then I risk being banned from the entirety of all of Reddit. So Reddit has other AMAs. There's an AMA called IAmA, Ask Me Anything. It has about 250,000 subscribers. There's also one called Casual AMA, which has even less, about 200,000 subscribers. Now the big deal is that Reddit IAmA is very successful on Reddit. This is where you'll see presidents, and you'll see ministers and movie stars and musicians and inventors and big personalities go online, and they have above 17 million subscribers, so it has a much larger impact when you go and do a Reddit AMA on IAmA. Anyway, within my debate with the Reddit IAmA, they said that what I was posting about was also in violation because it was unfinished, and and then I went and had a look at the rules, of course. And then the rules say AMA should be about something uncommon that plays a central role in your life. Tick. Or a truly interesting and unique event. Fair enough. Back then they also had, there were 9 rules back then, and the 9th rule was that AMAs need to be about something you have done, or something that you can debate at length, like your job or something similar to that. They've since then changed that, and I think that's a good idea. Kudos, IAmA. Because now the line is AMA needs to be about something you have done, not something that you plan to do at some point or are in the process of doing. So I gather now, even if they did invite me back, which I don't think they will, then I wouldn't be able to post, hi, I am traveling to every single country in the world in a single unbroken journey without flying. I would be able to post, hi, I have reached 145 countries in a single unbroken journey completely without flying. Ask me anything. So I think those are the notes I took. That's everything I wanted to explain, and I guess that's why I'm banned from Reddit IAmA. Alright then, have a really nice day wherever you are, take care, and let's keep on keeping on.